Oh, reflect, reflect, reflect. Dunk's corner of shame. Reflect. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 6 of my experience on the PokeNova server. And you may be wondering, what happened in the intro? What was that place that you were just in? Well, that was Dunk's corner of shame. Dunk is known for his dad jokes, or jokes that are seen as terrible by some, cough cough, my friends, but I see as amazing because I relate to that wholeheartedly. I like to make a ton of jokes that only I can laugh at because they are so bad. Oh. Anyways, back to what I was doing. I ended up finding myself an ocean monument due to Tommy teleporting me to this area, and I decided to explore it, where I found myself some sponges. And sponges are always useful because, you know, they get rid of water, and water can be annoying sometimes, especially when you're digging out a cave or clearing out a lake.
There is no nudity allowed on this island.
After everything that happened with the Ocean Monument and Dunk's Corner, I was teleported to an area that Dunk has created. This is an area in Ultra Space which is like a big platform which spawns a ton of different things. It's good for spawning an Ultra Beast and a ton of different Pokemon I haven't seen before. So hopefully I can catch something pretty cool. What's going on here?
Oh, Dunk is the anarchy.
Although I didn't catch any really cool Pokemon, I did add a ton of Pokemon to my decks. That's what matters, because that gets me closer to 100% of the Pokédex, and that's pretty cool. I also managed to snag some cool screenshots with Dunk, so dope.
Dunk somehow knew.
He did.
Alright, took out my pants.
What?
There is no nudity allowed on this island.
This.
I just want to say congratulations to whoever made this chair.
This is the best chair.
God damn.
This chair's getting
That held the weight of how many adults? Five adults.
I count as 3 of them. I even helped Dunk expand the island so we can have more shenanigans like this, and we can have higher chances of certain Pokemon spawning. Absolutely huge. Let's move away from Ultra Space for a little bit to look at another person's base. This is Galaxy Gaming. She has a channel called Luminescent Gaming. You can check it out. She plans on building a medieval castle with 2 custom villages surrounding it. This sounds amazing. I can't wait to see it once it's done. It looks like this is a pretty big area, so I'm expecting something that's either going to be really big or really intricate. So let's see what happens as it goes on. Anyways, I ended up getting really inspired and I started to want to build my build again. I basically started getting to work on making it so that my build wasn't as floaty as it usually is. Of course, I never got through the entire thing because I never actually finished the entire thing, and I'm still working on it, so that's a bit of a problem. Now you may be wondering, why didn't you finish the entire thing? Look, this wall looks completely done. Well, there's a reason for that. Yeah, that's right, I got distracted because I wanted to build myself a Japanese-style hot spring. I don't get into big projects back to back to back. Kermit brought up a really good idea. He said, Kermit room when? And I think we need a secret base inside the hot springs, because who doesn't have a cool secret base hidden inside of their cool mountain build that they do for several days? I will clearly have a Kermit cave, because that is a necessary thing. And just so y'all know, I did build this thing block for block, completely done by hand, and I am exhausted because this took forever. I got to put together a really cool biome though. It looks really cool. I love the way I transitioned from the grays to the whites because it just felt clean and it felt somewhat organic. And that organicness is what made me love this build. I want to cover this entire area with a hot springs biome, so I think it'll be a pretty cool project. Underneath the Hot Springs Mountain, I actually built up this little machine, which I thought would be kind of fun to throw Pokemon and have Pokemon get gathered around in, and Dunk discovered it as well, and he had some fun with it. I thought this is a really fun little thing that you can do in this game. It's really cool. With Dunk here, this actually gave me a really fun idea to actually build up a mini game. I want to have a mini game where I eventually have mazes that use these, whatever these things are called, to basically have you go through it and end up in a specific spot, or else it'll take you back to the start if you choose the wrong one, it'll be just like the games where they had those little puzzles which sent you around the room where you had to try to find your way over to the gym leader. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that, replicate these kind of mini games and play around with it. Anyways, back to building up this mountain. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between this build because this took me forever and I didn't want to do this the entire time. I'm going to keep cutting back to big achievements in the build itself. For example, this will be the first hot spring in the actual mountain. For example, this will be the first What is happening? I don't understand. This is just normal for me. I cannot get through a single episode without a huge stutter spike like this one. Something about this. Yeah. So if videos take longer in the future, you know why. For example, this will be the first hot spring in the entirety of the mountain. That's a pretty big deal because there's going to be a lot of hot springs, I bet. Anyways, let's get back on track and continue with what I was saying. So basically, there's going to be a ton of hot springs around here. That was pretty obvious. But the other thing is, I did not go around and collect all these materials myself because I do not have the time to do that currently. I work on like 7 different series right now, and yeah, if I have that many series going on at once, there's no way I could farm all these materials that quickly. So instead, of course, I purchased all of them. So once again, I am broke. Man. I'm never gonna make it to $1 million. I decided to take a break and work on the seasonal battle tower because I thought that'd be kind of fun. And of course it was, because we got to bring a 3v3 to this battle tower, and basically I got to use my team to the best of its abilities. I wanted to see how well my team could perform and see how far I could actually get. The main issue is I did not get as far as I thought I would. I think I only made it to around floor number 3 or 4 because my butt got absolutely kicked. Yes. And with that, I went home and cried in the storm. I mean, I'm not crying. This is the rain on my face, going down my eyes. I mean, my face. I cried. Okay, so to cure myself of the crying, I mean the rain on my face, don't worry about it. I was invited over to Dunk's base to see what happened to it. And as you can see, it's been completely surrounded by diamond blocks. Just to show off how rich Dunk is. I was called poor in 7, 8, 9... 20 different ways. On top of that, the interior of Dunk's house is completely decked out as well. Look at this. All of these emeralds along the floor, all of these beautiful pictures. One day I'll be this rich. No, I won't. I'm gonna keep spending money on all my building blocks. Now we must bid the rich Dunk farewell as we go visit Curie's base. He's made himself a photo dex of all of the different Pokemon in the different generations. For example, this floor here is specifically for Generation 1 Pokemon, and he's slowly filling up all of the item frames with their pictures. And this is a really respectable thing to do because there are a ton of Pokemon throughout Pixelmon, and finding all of them is really hard to do. So technically this means that Curie either has to complete the dex on his own or find a bunch of other people with all of these other Pokemon. After that, I went back home to work on my hot springs where Dunk actually asked a question to give the definition of Gelastic, and he would give 5k to the first person who would do it. Of course, with my context clues, I thought it was something that maybe had the elasticity of gelatin. I figured that probably was not right, but if I never guessed it, then that would be a shot I never made. And of course, I still missed the shot anyways. So the real definition of Gelastic is risible. So why would you define something with another word that you need defining again? Because I do not know what the word risible means. To which I found out that risible actually means to get a rise out of. So someone that can make a laugh or laughs a lot, I guess. Basically someone that is really fun-hearted. That's not even a word or a phrase anyone uses, but like, you know. But to be fair, the word risible, I misread that. Thanks to TikTok and whatever else we use nowadays, I thought that said risible. And I was even further confused. So let's just say I never got this word correct in the slightest. Anyways, back to working on the mountain. I was just talking and suddenly a Cosmog spawned on Dunk. And that was pretty cool. But you want to know what's even cooler? Dunk actually requested that I teleported to him and he let me catch the Cosmog. That's amazing. I rarely ever have legendary spawn on me, so this is an amazing opportunity. I felt bad for actually catching the Cosmog, but Dunk showed me that he already has both Solgaleo and Lunala. Even though I don't have both Solgaleo and Lunala, I will eventually have one of them. And since Dunk went out of his way to give me something so nice, eventually I want to pay this forward to someone else. Once again, thank you, Dunk. You're the best. Did you happen to just check Discord just now? Well, I did too. I found out that all of my computer audio was recorded at that exact moment, and my Discord notifications also got caught. So, you got baited if you did. Otherwise, I look like an idiot right now. I ended up choosing to evolve my Cosmog into a Lunala because I really love Lunala. Lunala is one of my favorite legendaries because of, well, the fact it has to deal with the moon. The moon is such a cool thing, and, I love it. I've even built it as one of my requests in my Building Your Comment series, and I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, the moon is pretty awesome. So is Dunk. Anyways, this episode's getting a little bit longer than normal, so I'm going to start wrapping things up pretty soon. However, I tried to take this episode a little bit slower than most, so let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, if you've been watching this long, you probably like my content, so why not subscribe, because I make a lot of stuff like this. And also, if you're on the server, make sure to use /GriffonSmash to get yourself a free texture key and some rare candies. Before we finish off the episode and I show you all the results of the hot springs, I'm going to show off the fact that Bal and Pastel live really close by. They have this really cool house over here that looks amazing. In fact, Bal's right here fighting a boss.
And he wants to make it tiger.
Oh, it's so cute! It's got a sombrero! Anyways, time to do some of the final touches before I show off the final product of the hot springs itself. This took me a total of a week and maybe a half to finish, so I'd say I did a pretty good job. Anyways, this is the final product of the hot springs. I think it looks pretty great. I love it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I plan on adding in some sort of Japanese style inn somewhere around this area so that way I can put maybe a Pokemon Center in there, which would be kind of cool. And let me know if you have any other ideas down in the comments below for what else I could add to the hot springs biome. Anyways, I think that'll do for today's episode. Thank you for watching. Wait a minute. You forgot a whole part of the episode. Why is the title of the episode I've found Pallet Town? You're not showing everything, are you? You clearly are holding something back. And you would be right. I forgot that I actually titled this episode this way. So, I'm gonna stick to it because I'm too lazy to change the title. And we're gonna go to Fell's Pallet Town because this was an awesome build. Okay, we're making our way over. Oh, I'm starting to see some buildings. Ooh, this has gotta be it. This is Fell's, right? Yeah, it's Fell's. Awesome, let's go. Okay, I'm assuming this is Pallet Town right here. Let's hop on in. Hiya! Into the water. Let's retrieve our dunk. Sweet. This is the right spot, right? Yep. Oh, wait. Oops. Wait. Open up! Open up! Is my connection bad? No, wait. Come on. Open? Oh, sweet. So the first place we're going to check out is actually Professor Oak's home. That's because this is the place which has Gary's sister's regional map that she gives out to the player. This is pretty cool because, look at this. Oh, we get to see everything on the map. We get to see all the routes, all the different buildings. This is cool. The next place that was showed was Route 2. This route is one of the routes that actually existed in the Pokemon game, so I love this. This is so cool. It's such a cool thing to try to replicate the game's map into Minecraft. At the end of this route, Fel plans on building a lighthouse, which is also going to be really cool. I can't wait to see the lighthouse once it's finished. The next thing I was shown was the Virizion Forest. This place is awesome because it gave me a lot of cool vibes. I love the fact that the grass was so tall that you couldn't actually see through it. I know I was kind of cheating by using third person here, but like, this would be so cool to walk through normally. There's even like these little hazards here where if you step on those plants, all your Pokemon are get sent to sleep. I love how in-depth this design is. It's so cool. I can't wait to see this once it's all done as well. Once Fel finishes up all of this area, I can't wait to go through it and explore it myself. Fel also has this really cool bike shop in the town, which was awesome. I love the interior decoration as well as the sign, which is made up of the unknown letters. Like, look at this interior. It's so well done. Like, you can actually purchase a mock bike or an acro bike. And look, there's a cash register, a bike that's up on the shelves, wheels, weakness policies, which make it look like certificates. This is so smart. I love this. And there's even a bike area over there. Oh, it's so cool. I even love the custom paintings meant for Pixelmon in here. It gives a really nice vibe for this area. The last thing I really wanted to point out about Fell's Pallet Town is the fact that he has a custom gym. I love this idea. This concept is so cool. This custom gym is a weapon type gym. Basically, there's gonna be a bunch of Pokemon that have something to do with some type of weapon. For example, Aegislash is a sword. Or someone like Surfetch'd wields a sword. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode. I did discuss with Fel that I'd be willing to participate in his custom gyms. I would love to do a food gym because I'm a foodie. And food is delicious, because why not? So anyways, I can't wait to see what Fel's area looks like in the end. And thank you all for watching. And of course, have a good one, y'all.